laughing. I want you to welcome to the stage where are you from? Where are you dialing in from, Riva?
I'm in the Washington, D.C. area.
Oh, you're the Washington person.
That's me.
All the way from the capital of the United States of America, ready to help the feds remove Donald Trump if he refuses to go on January the 20th. Just exercising in advance. It's the wonderful Riva Riley.
Well, hey, everyone. Thanks so much for being here. My name is Riva Riley. And I'm a fish biologist, which is a strange thing to say at parties back when we could go to parties. And people would often ask me, so why? And here's how it happened. So when I was a little kid, my parents wanted me to be a doctor, and I desperately wanted a puppy. Started off normal, but my parents got me a fish tank instead. You know, to make me forget about puppies and remind me what doctors' waiting rooms are like. And it worked. Too well, some might say. And by the time I had 6 fish tanks, they got me a puppy to distract me from fish. But it was too late. And now the joke's on them, because fish biology is my life now. And theirs too. So the last group of fish I got, I was in high school, and the fish were supposed to live 3 to 5 years. But through some divine fishy intervention, that last extremely geriatric fish lived for over 13 years. And it was awful. It was the worst fish I ever got. Like, it hid from my parents and it terrorized its tank mates. I think the worst part, though, was the constant reminder of my parents' key parenting miscalculation. My poor parents. Like, you know, the beginning, before I knew what I was doing, I fell for every fishkeeper pitfall in the book, including the classic trap of trying to put live plants in my tank. I didn't know that live plants are often infested with aquatic snail eggs. So the biggest catastrophe of my fishkeeping career was the snail invasion of 2002. To say snails breed like rabbits is an insult to the reproductive rate of snails. Rabbits are sexless dorks compared to aquatic snails. It's shocking how much sex snails manage to have given how slow they are. So the snail, it's awful. The snail invaders started copulating. And the snails started taking over, and they were everywhere. You know, they were in the gravel, the filters, under the plants. My sisters and I were gentle vegetarian children who couldn't bear the thought of killing a snail. But we understood we had to keep the snails from mating. So we found all these old pickle jars and yogurt containers and made the first 15 snails we found their own isolation chambers. So we're basically running a little village of snails living in forced celibacy. We're kind of like weird little popes presiding over a Catholic church for snails. And each time we found another snail, we forced it into the priesthood. So fast forward 3 weeks, the snails are much better at hiding than we are at finding them. We now have 78 snail clergy. We've filled up my wardrobe with snail cells. We have a second colony in the closet. We have hidden jars under the bathroom cabinets, the kitchen sink, everyone's beds. Things have gotten pretty far out of control. And although we tried to hide this snail salvation operation from our parents, my poor mom found out when she went to put away our laundry. So she comes up the stairs, assuming she has normal children who have absorbed some basic common sense. She opens my wardrobe. Like sometimes now, like in the current life that I'm living, I find myself thinking, I'm an adult. I understand the kinds of things that can happen. Whenever I think about that, I remember my mom opening the wardrobe to a full-on snail monastery. So she called in me and my sisters, and we knew we were caught. So we just laid it all out. We told the whole truth. My mom like kind of closes her eyes and does this, like she's stuck in this insane snail infested moment. And she just says, what did I do as a parent to get to this point? And we were like really defensive of our mom. We're like, Mom, what are you talking about? You're a great mom. We rescued so many snails. Just like completely defeated. She was just like, Jesus Christ. And my mom is not a Christian, and she doesn't drink alcohol. But if Jesus appeared and turned all that snail water into wine, I think she'd have changed her mind on both counts. As a side note, that was my youngest sister's first introduction to sexual reproduction, an insurmountable snail orgy. Anyway, she's fine. It's just fine. The therapy helped. So my poor mom was, pretty appalled by this snail situation. And the truth is that it wasn't her fault. We got the zoological misadventure gene from our father. So our father is responsible for our family's most infamous pet, an obese, extremely entitled 11-year-old aquatic turtle. So basically, my dad coped with the death of his mother, my grandma, by convincing my mom to let him get a turtle. Turns out my dad utterly loves turtles, which just goes to show that none of us really know one another and we must all die alone. But anyway, Mom, poor Mom, she didn't know what she was getting into, and Dad assured her that turtles only live 3 to 5 years. It turns out he got confused with the undead fish jerk. So he gave my mom his best grandma just died puppy dog eyes, and before Mom knew what was happening, they're bringing home what is essentially an immortal reptile. And my dad, he loved that turtle so much. Like when he realized her favorite food was freeze-dried krill, he was like, say no more to the turtle. And he started ordering sacks of freeze-dried krill online from Korea. He ordered so much freeze-dried krill that at one point he was classified as an importer of krill. He had to go to a special section of the post office to pick up the shipments. And every time he went, the clerk would open the importer's closet and go, oh, God, something stinks in there. And Dad would be like, yep, that's mine. In any event, this relentless krill provisioning is how the turtle got obese. It's also how she developed a vitamin deficiency that causes an eye condition, which had to be treated with eye drops. Turtles are not comfortable with eye drops. Giving a turtle eye drops is a traumatic ordeal for everyone involved. Like it looks like a scene from Alien crossed with a scene from Jurassic Park. So fast forward 11 years, and my parents find themselves realizing that they need to rehome their still young turtle as they prepare to sell their house. That's when I entered the picture. I spent the summer at home with my parents because of the pandemic, and they immediately saw they're out. And they started working me over. I had a new job lined up. And they would say things like, moving to a new place will be so much better if you have a companion turtle. And won't you be lonely living alone? What would help with that? A small dinosaur friend. And I was really firmly opposed at first. I did not want a lifetime sentence of caring for my father's grief turtle. I mean, like I'm a fish biologist. I don't want aquatic pets because I don't want to bring work home with me. So my parents, they finally resorted to some desperate measures. They were generously going to give me a bunch of furniture to take with me when I moved. So when we were listing things I should bring, my mom goes, okay, so we need to make sure the moving truck will fit in a couch, a bedroom set, the turtle tank, a desk, kitchen chairs. I swear, it happened so fast, which is unusual with turtles. But one way or another, the turtle came to live with me.
Yay!
Yeah. Max the turtle is my best friend now. I'm not sure I'm hers. I think she might be keeping her options open. But honestly, I think she might be my soulmate. Pandemic has been tough. And it's a crazy time. I'm not the only turtle keeper going nuts. The turtles of Instagram hashtag is really on edge these days. Ever since Anderson Cooper compared Donald Trump to an obese turtle. After he did that, I saw this amazing headline. Anderson Cooper offends obese turtle community with vicious Trump complaint. What a time to be alive! So obviously, I was furious because yes, Max has been obese, but I maintain that as a preteen turtle, she has a better leadership record and a more nuanced understanding of the American Constitution than our lame duck president. And when she becomes a teenager in a couple years and gets her superpowers, which is what I'm assuming is going to happen, she may be the hero my country needs. But thank you guys so much. You've been lovely.
Woo!